How's it, guys? Sorry, I'm just trying to sort an audio issue out again. I just want to check something out. So I've got overlay. Hide this. 1, 2, 1, 2. I go here. Hmm. Trading. Some reason my Discord won't work when I'm streaming. There you go. Oh, okay. I think it's working. Let's go. Let's go. 100 next. Let's get the pop up. Let's do the chat. Live chat. Put it over there. Let's do kick. Pop up live chat. Let's put it over here. Hope everyone's doing good. Let's put the chart up. Cancel. Trading view. There you go, guys. Okay. Firstly, hope everyone's having a great day. Welcome back. Should we go with the webcam today? How's it going, guys? Let me not do that. Just trying to set everything up. Won't be long. There. Okay. Hope everyone's having a great day today. Where's my saying? Where's it? Let's just get rid of that. Get rid of this. We're going to take a more laid back, relaxed approach to the charts today. We're not just going to take anything that we can see. You guys are not going to be able to see my trades today because I am on MetaTrader. So yesterday I was trading on my TraderVate account. And that's why you guys were able to see the trades. I'm just going to get rid of this. Just too many things on my charts here. Get rid of that. Ignoring these two today. ES, NASDAQ. Okay. So we need to draw a new trend there. We need to adjust this, even though it broke. Okay, there's 2 touches. Firstly, let's go. We're going to start like focusing really hard now on trying to look at setups that appear every day. Like look at this. 1, 2, 3, going on 4 touch points. Is there a 15 or 1 hour fair value gap? Let's reset. Let's see, is it bouncing off? Not really. Is there a 4-hour fair value gap? Yes, it is. Okay, so it's bouncing off a 4-hour fair value gap. Let's draw that. For those that don't know, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so if we go templates, 4-hour fair value gap, that is what I mean. Let's go to the 5 minutes again. Okay, we bounced off. We retested an area here. Up, up. So technically, this might not be the time to take a trade because of this accumulation. But at least, if we get a bounce here to come down and it breaks here somewhere, then I might take it because this is a significant bounce. NDX. Okay. Hope you guys are doing great today. Fresh day, new start. This has to be a break and retest for me to be interested. So it kind of has to do this. So it needs to break up, retest down, and then go for me to be interested in this. Simply because of all that consolidation. Sideways. Going sideways. Let's look at silver. We need to clean up the charts a bit. Clean up that. Clean up this. Clean up that. We need to adjust this to there. Then we need to adjust this to there. Adjust this to here, which would have been a long, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So we have to do that. Okay, then we need to adjust this. Where is the circle? All the way down here. Here's the touch. Okay. So technically, the trade that we could have taken was if the trend line was like this break, and this retest here. But then we would just be going sideways. So yeah. Let's look at AUD. There's not too much news today, guys. So if you are paying attention to the news, there's no massive crazy CPI or anything like that happening. I'm not too fond of these touches. However, if we go here and we do that, then still it just doesn't look fantastic. Are we bullish? There's a sweep, liquidity sweep, bullish but sideways movement. It's 8:30, so these markets now should see a little bit of volume coming in. That's a lot of accumulation, right? So either it's a break, retest, and it's going to go, or there's going to be an AMD setup. But because of this 4 hour respecting the 4 hour, came back to test another 4 hour, this could actually be a nice big move up. Yeah, no, I see there's news at 10, but it's not like CPI or anything. Okay, so this break is very difficult because there's a one touch, there's two touches, three touches, so it's not that bad. But there's a fair value gap here, so I would expect it to test the fair value gap and then go. Because it's respecting a fair value gap here as well. So there's a 5 minute that it's respecting, broke the trend line. So if I look on my charts, and of course, well, let's see if this plays out. See a touch there. This would have been the trade. Let's just draw it up and see. It'll be one of those. If it comes down to touch this line again here, then we can maybe look at something, but it could just be a straight break and push. We'll see. Let's look at the daily. Do a top down with this. It's literally just going up, 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 up. Comes down into a daily fair value gap. Just get rid of this 4 hour here. So it respected a daily fair value gap, so it is bullish. So we're bullish on the daily, bullish on the 4 hour. The hourly is a bit sketch, but let's see. Let's see if it gives us anything. If it comes down into this fair value gap, which will be close to this line here, bounces off a bit, then we could potentially look at something. Because remember, this fair value gap here, which will be there on the 15. Yeah, it's a small 15. It respected. So respected this, respected the 4 hour, broke the trend line. You could have just entered there straight away, which, like I said, it'll probably go without giving us an entry. And also remember, I'm not trading on my futures account. I'm trading on my other account, so there's a bit of slippage. So that also, I didn't want to get in because of that. But it's just been going sideways. In a perfect world, this would have come down into this fair value gap, sweeping all of this that it's generated, left the fair value gap, inverse that, and then we go. That would have been a better trade. This one, market structure shift. We're looking for a retracement to come in here. If there's no retracement and it just goes, we've missed it. So I'm going to put a limit order, I think. Limit order here. Stop loss. Yeah, I'd say where it is now. Let's try that. So limit order is round about here, there, and the stop loss is about there. I know there's fair value gaps are higher up, the hourly. It could just be a pullback, eh? If I go from there to there for the Fibonacci, for example, that 4 hour is right there at the 0.5. But it might just go. Might not tag me in. Yeah, well, look at it go, bruh. Exactly where I said, except then the retracement's not going. Could be. This could be the AMD setup that I talk about all the time. This could be the manipulation leg up, fair value gap here, disrespect, come down. If this 4 hour fair value gap wasn't respected and it wasn't there, then I would definitely look at that short. No, I understand that. Well, we'll see how it goes. I'll cancel my limit order because it's gone so far up now. So the Godfather has spoken. Well, let's see if you're correct or not. I think it's going to come up to these highs here. That's what I was targeting. Targeting the highs and then maybe do a reversal when it gets up here. Look at that. I would be at break even if I just got in. I understand that if you go fibs from there to there, it'll be around here somewhere. Like this. So here, where it is now. Your indicator is saying bullish, bullish. It's respecting a fair value gap. There is liquidity up here. Fair value gap hourly up there. So it's not impossible for it to go up. And Discord is working, by the way, Khan, just so you know. I'm on Discord. Well, it should be working, put it that way. It's not very lacquer. Okay, anyway, that is NASDAQ. Let's look at ES and see if there's an SMT somewhere or something that we could have used as an extra confluence. Oh, this is... It looks like a classic AMD setup for a short. Accumulation, manipulation into a fair value gap, and distributed down. That can happen. Even on the 15, look, fair value gap, leaving a fair value gap, come down, inverse, and we go down. Could absolutely be the case. And if only I had just got into this straight away. If I was on my TraderVate account, I would have got in here because I don't really have slippage. But because I'm on my other one and there was slippage, I said, nah, I'll wait for a retest. That's the only reason I didn't get into this one. Whisper in the window, let it be. Let's look at some euro. Euro, it looks interesting. Classic AMD setup as well. But then again, it's all bullish. So again, guys, there would be accumulation, manipulation, leave a fair value gap on the way up, manipulate by inverse it on the way down, and then you would then ride it all the way down. So this would be better if it went down first, left the fair value gap, and then started pushing up. Because now we've taken the London highs, the Asia London highs, and this is the liquidity sweep. So this could very well be something. But the indicator is telling us to take an entry here. If it breaks this, then it's a trend line break. So there's a few things going against this short. Let's put the ghost. We all know what the ghost means. Yebo, the ghost is the ghost. Yeah, I mean, this break, yeah, you don't have to wait for a retest, but a lot of people in this situation will wait for a retest. So I don't think a lot of people are in this trade. Gold just broke it and went sideways. Let's see. Okay. In terms of pure timing, we just need to wait for 9:30, I guess. I need to start doing this more. I need to start adding these liquidity lines like this. Previous day high. It literally came up to the previous day high and reversed. Look at that. Look at that. Swept the previous day high liquidity and decided to say thank you very much. We will take our money we hunted and say thank you. Come again. Accumulation. See if there's anything here. Okay, this is interesting. This is very interesting on the 1 minute for gold. Two. Respecting. This is very interesting. AMD set up perfectly here. Accumulation, manipulated down, inversed. I think we're gonna try it. Let's have a go. Could get completely wrecked, but could be too soon. Previous day highs. I just like this accumulation, manipulation down, left the fair value gap here, like this. Straight through, came down, pushed up, market structure shift, came down into the fair value gap with the breaker block, and is now showing signs of going up. Could have had a tighter stop loss, honestly, but I'm in it for up until here. I'm not in it for this little short gain. I'm in it for all the way up here, because I think it's going to go up. Everything is saying it's going up. It's taken, there's the London lows. It went up, swept the London lows, swept more liquidity, broke the trend line, consolidated. There's just too many things that it's showing that it's going to go up. So let's see, guys. We got a trade in here. It is on the 1 minute time frame. Let's look at the 5 minutes. Respecting a 5 minute fair value gap. That's good. We have liquidity here. We got a fair value gap here. So if it inverses this line here, if it closes above there, I'm happy. Let's look at the 15. The 15, they respected a fair value gap and pushed up. So I think it's going to target this area. In a perfect world, I would have had a tighter stop, maybe just below the fair value gap. But this is where I put it to be safe. Let's look at the 15 again, reset. So if we go here and we draw our fibs from here to here, we still have this area, which is at least like here, which is a 1 to 4.7. I'll take that. I could be completely wrong about this, and a lot of times I am completely wrong, but we will see. See, it respected this here, respected that, inverse this. A lot of things happen to make this trade look decent. in my book. It says bullish, bullish, market structure state bullish. Everything is saying bullish. There's targeted liquidity here. As I said, London has been taken. Or it might just reverse and wreck me. But we'll see how it goes, guys. Let's see if this is going to be a nice breakout. Yes, Khan, I went long. Let me guess. It's wrong. It's incorrect. Let's look at Nas. What happened with our Nazi? We would have been going, bruh. Nazi would have been 1-to-1. Maybe trail the stop loss up here. Probably be in a smaller profit. Let's see, gold. $5 it respected. 3 minute it respected. 2 minute it respected. 15 minute it respected. All time frames, lower time frames it respected. After breaking the trend line. So yes, I went long. Yeah, well, I could just sit here and do nothing all day, but I do kind of want to trade. For those that don't know why I got into this, if I look at the smaller time frames, even the larger time frames are telling me that it's bullish, but all of this accumulation tells me a story, and the story is I don't know which direction I want to go. Then this manipulation down says, okay, I'm going to come and take all these stop losses and stuff like that for all you longs. Okay, it's now taken that. It respected this fair value gap, right? And with the strong green candle up, it is telling us that, okay, now I've now satisfied my hunger here. Okay, by taking all this liquidity, built up liquidity. I'm now going to go hunt more up here. So now it's going to go hunt more in the distribution direction. And again, this could be completely wrong, but this is what I'm seeing. Where is the disclaimer? Get rid of that. Where's my disclaimer? Yeah. I'm not encouraging anyone to take a trade at all. This could just literally consolidate and then say, thank you, this was the manipulation leg, and say, distribute downwards. It could just do that. It could be that this was part of the accumulation, this manipulation down that I think is manipulation. It could just be that this is part of this. And now this is the manipulation up for the distribution down. It just could be that. Or it could just say, I need to take a bunch of this liquidity and London highs. Could just do that as well. If I move that there, then this break would have turned into the long. If I moved it there, would have just been accumulation. That would have been the long. So there's multiple chances at an entry. So if I go here, ray line, boom, boom, no good. There. And there's the reversal to wreck me. I mean, we've been seeing gold, besides this downward movement, been pumping up forever. And it would be the time that I decide to join the ride that it says, no, thank you. We are going to go back down. Okay. It's interesting. It seems like the last couple of days, no matter what I do, if I enter a trade, it will just go the opposite direction. So I should change the title of the... I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow if I still have an account. Change the title to Opposite Trading Opportunities. So if I enter into a trade, you do the opposite and you will always win. Yeah, but I actually can't make a claim like that. Fundamental claim. I gotta say, chances are you'll win. Yeah. High probability that you'll win. So if I went long here, you would go short and you would win, basically. Let's see. Let's see. Are we going to have any luck today? Any luck whatsoever? There's no AMD setup for a short. At least on the 5 and the 15. There is on the 3, possibly. Small fair value gap there. Let's see if there's one on the 2. It's very small. 1 minute. Not really. Not really, mate. Hourly fair value gap above. It should come and test that. So at some point, that will be a very good direction to move in. No doubt one of my many flaws, Khan. Always early, 100%. Let's look at our Nasdaq call out. This would have been 1 to 1.5, 1 to 1.4 basically. Would have been at break even. Would it have been a probably come down to be a break even trade, honestly. Oh yes. Okay. How's it?
Made it tea earlier, I forgot to give it to you.
Oh, you did, you? Thank you so much.
Oh, pleasure. You're a bit mulberries quickly.
Huh.
And I'm going to go bath. Just later.
Huh?
And I'm going to go do something.
Well, I don't like the way that this is moving, so I might just cut my trade and take my little loss here. Do I just cut it? Let's see. Has it inversed the two? Small ass fair value gap. And there goes the trade. Oh, here we go. So hard to stay upbeat when you've just been losing non-stop, and you're about to change the name of the stream to copy the opposite of my trades to win. Let me change the title here. Edit. Trading battles. Risk it all or lose it all. Do the opposite of me and win. And could win. Copy, save, edit, editing the titles. Trade battles, risk it all or lose it all. Do the opposite of me and you could win. Save. There you go. Now we actually have a proper title. We have a proper title, guys. Just go to break even and consolidate there so I can get out. It doesn't make sense because this 15 minutes should come up to this 15-minute fair value gap, this candle. But it's struggling. Not financial advice, only my opaque opinion, comma. If you do the opposite to me, you could win big. Let's do this. There you go. Well, I mean, if it inverses the 1 minute, I guess it's a good sign, but if this closes above here and gets to this line here, then we might have a shot, but I'm not holding my breath. For once, have all these things say the right way to go. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Yo, it's struggling. It is struggling. It's fighting me, Captain. It's fighting me, Captain. The waves are just too far. She's fighting me. She's battling me over here. She don't want to push, Captain. What do I do? I know what you don't do. You don't listen to Sean. You do the opposite to Sean. You go short if it respects the fair value gap, and you go, thank you very much, I take it all the way down. And I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. So I am going to, the second it gets into the red at any point, I'm going to cut this trade. If it inverses this fair value gap, then we have a little shot. A little shot at maybe this thing moving. Since it's doing that, if it closes like this, no good. Yeah, no good. I'm out. Because I know it's going to go in the red, and I'm just going to cut the trade. Let's see. I was hoping it was going to close up here somewhere. That would have given me a lot more confidence in this trade. Oh, we're showing signs of life. As I say that, never mind. And I'm out. I'm out. Can't handle the up and down, up and down. Now that I'm out, it can move. Pick a direction and go. I'm out the trade. You're allowed to move up now. Let's put the ghost here. Boom. There's the ghost. So I got out at break even, guys. I got like $1.40 profit. Okay. Now let's see what it does. You saw how it played around for so long. Let me go to the 1 minute. Look at this. Look at this. Watch what happens now that I'm out the trade. Just watch what happens. Okay, mark my words. Let's see. I put the ghost there for a reason. There's it, right? Okay. Nasdaq. Not doing too much. Euro. Interesting. AUD. Not interesting. Silver. Not interesting. Not interesting at all. Yeah, the sad part is as well is that when I take the trades, if you do the opposite to me, okay, the last couple of days you would have won. Let's say I took 6 trades. Okay, I think I won 1 trade, right? So a very bad win record. You would have won 5 trades. Just let that sink in, right? So you would have won at, let's say I took 6 trades and I won 1 trade, which sounds right. Okay. You would have won 5 trades. That's crazy. Now the call outs are different. That's one area you need to pay attention to what I'm saying. Okay, so when I do a call out and I do not take the trade, that is an entirely different scenario. That is not what I'm talking about when it comes to the title of my streams. Because the call outs, we are like 80% positive for call outs. We call out some of the best trades, okay? But when we take the trades, we seem to take the dog crap. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to doing the opposite to what I'm doing. Is practically whenever I draw up a trade and say I'm in it, if you went the opposite way, there's a high likelihood that you would win that trade, okay? Because then I would get wrecked. But if I'm calling out a trade and I'm not in the trade, then you can read between the lines and basically say this might work. So that's where I am when it comes to stats. On paper and in theory, doing amazing. Practically, got wrecked. So you just need to keep that in mind when you watch the stream. And just basically, I don't know, implement that in whatever strategy you're doing now. Or just use it as a blind tool to just go in when I go out, when I get it. Almost market open. See what Nazi does. So our pre-market expectations now for when market opens. Okay, this is what we are looking for, guys. We're looking for this to be taken. Okay. Asia and London highs. And then from there, we need to make a decision as to what it does. If it breaks through, retests, and shows signs to go up, we could potentially take a long there. Or if it sweeps the liquidity here and then shows like an AMD setup before the sweep, and then inverses coming down, then we look for a short. So this could come down again now, retest this area here. Let's put a circle here. Okay. Could come down here or there. That's what we're expecting for NASDAQ right now. So when it gets to one of those two levels, then we're going to see what it does at that level. If that makes sense. Okay, we would have still technically been in this trade. Yeah. You're allowed to go up, gold. I have exited this trade, gold. I'm going to say it louder one more time. I have exited this trade, gold. I am no longer in it. You are now allowed to go up. Copy. Let me go to NASDAQ. Paste. Okay. Let's just change this. Okay, market is about to open, guys, soon, and we'll see the volume coming in. Half an hour after market opens, there is news. So I think a lot of people are going to wait for after the news before they start trading. There's market. Market is open. Let's see in what volume comes in where. We would have still been in this trade, guys, just so you know. We would have been at break even and we would have been sitting and waiting. We would have been stopped out at break even. And there's the dump. So this was the accumulation after all. So I guess this was the accumulation. The manipulation up, although, yeah, it respected that for 15 minutes. Just no entry, I guess. All right. Let's see. What is this doing? Let's look if there's an SMT being formed. Just get rid of this because it's in the way. See how NASDAQ is dumping, but ES is not, which leads me to believe, oh, now it's starting to, which means we could have a massive SMT on our hands soon. Let's get rid of these stupid things. Let's get rid of them. Rid of you. So it's really coming down to the 4-hour fair value gap again. So we'll see what happens. If we get a bounce off this area, right? This, if it goes here and bounces, and we see an SMT form, then that is confirmation, like now, that we could just see a massive pump. Big SMT. Look at that. Huge SMT. See, from there to there, and there to there. Big SMT. So NASDAQ really wanted this 4-hour and could go previous day low. Here or here. It really wanted that. So let's see what happens with ES. ES could go to previous day lows. Fair value gap over here. If it inverses, might just take that. If not, but it needs to do it on this candle, which I don't think it will. That'll be a V-shaped recovery if I've ever seen one. Swept liquidity, swept liquidity. Broke the trend line though. See, what could happen here is that this goes up, respects this fair value gap, comes down to take this low, and like stops here somewhere at the bottom of the fair value gap. And then on the way down, it creates the fair value gap and it inverses. So that could be the move here, not here. Or you wait for it after it does the second move, you wait for it to come up, market structure shift down into a breaker block area, fair value gap, and then go. So those are the two possible entries for a long. To just do it straight off this next candle, you could, but you just don't know if it is actually going to come down because you've got London lows here, and it's super close to the London lows. So like I've just said to you right now, I've just said this to you right now, it'll if it comes up and respects this fair value gap, then we're probably going to see it come and take the London lows, which is here, okay, inside this fair value gap, right? Or if it wants to come down, it will take this area, right? And then start making its way up. This is a SMT from here. If I go to trend line, and I just do it from there to there. SMT, and I go from there to there. SMT. I've literally just said to you exactly what it's going to do, guys. So we've now come down to this first scenario that I told you about. Second scenario is coming here. So let's see if it does that. ES is stronger than NASDAQ right now. NASDAQ wants this fair value gap that it's taken, and it could now want the previous day lows. Okay. It doesn't have to go to the previous day lows. The 4-hour fair value gap and this liquidity here from the London low could be enough. It just could be enough. Okay. So like I said, it came up, respected this fair value gap. I said if it does that, it's going to come down and take this, definitely come down here. Possibly come down to the London lows, which is done. And make one more sweep down to the previous daily low. Once it gets to this level, it'll reverse up, hopefully. Or it could just take the London lows and say it's happy with that. And now inverse this fair value gap, which I'm pretty sure there might be 2 minutes. A 3 minute. So if I draw up the 2 minute, like this. Okay. Template, 2 minutes. Let's just put this as yellow. So there's the 2 minutes. There's a 3 minutes. There's definitely a 5 minute. There's nothing we can do about the 5. So the 1, the 2, the 3. Ideally, in a perfect world, all of those will inverse at the same time. Because if they don't, it's very difficult to do a V-shaped recovery because there's no fair value gaps here. So we have to wait for this closure at the top. Right? If we were doing the trend line strategy, we would go like this. There. We would do this. And we would say that's a break. And we would put our long going up. But I don't really want to do that right now, because of the previous day low being so close right here. So this now could come and take this. Remember, guys, there's no rules that say that certain things have to happen. Okay? There's no set in stone rule. saying that this has to come to the previous day low. That's not a thing. Pattern recognition and I would say years of experience tells me that there's probably a high chance of it coming down to the previous day low. However, as I said, this 4-hour fair value gap is still a strong fair value gap because the London lows are inside this fair value gap. So this could satisfy NASDAQ. It could. And then we need to target this fair value gap. So let's see if there's still an SMT, right? Yeah, see, this is going up, right? So there's a 1, there's a 2. No, there's only a 1 minute there. Okay, so this 1 minute fair value gap is important, right? There's a no 5 minute. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing from these two charts, it respected the fair value gap there, and now it's probably going to come down to previous day low. That's my analysis for this. Because if this inverses and this inverses at the same time, oof, that's a strong inverse. That's a strong inverse. One. Yeah, you see the problem is all of these are not lined up time-wise. We had a chance to take ES, but we choked because we... I tried to see because we took a little gamble here. Stop loss was down here. That was our little gamble. Let's see if it works. Problem is this might inverse, and it's amazing that it just did, but the 2 minute is about to inverse in 10 seconds. The 3 minute is in a fair value gap here, so it's no good. Okay, and it's just still might just go. And there's a 5 minute. So if I look at this one, okay, there's only a 1 minute, there's no 2 minutes, there's no 3 minutes, there's no 5 minutes. So when the 1 minute inversed, technically it's a stronger pair as well because of the SMT. So ES is stronger at the moment than NASDAQ. NASDAQ could still pump, guys. It literally could still pump, but there's a 5 minute fair value gap here stopping it. So if there was no 5 minute here, no 3 minute there, then yes, we could have entered here because there's a strong inverse there, but there's a 3 and a 5 holding it up. So that is the issue I'm having here. We could, well, looks like we might even be completely wrong. Remember, guys, if you do the opposite to me, you will win. Good chance you'll win. Just saying, I'm taking a shot on the longs here. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to. I'm taking a shot on the longs. Let's look at the SMT potential. There is a potential SMT for even a short there. But the one at the bottom is too big. And the thing that will make this trade fail, this NASDAQ one, is this. Right here. This here. If this closes above here, magical. If not, then we've just got wrecked. Stop loss could have been a little bit bigger, like to here at least. That's what happens when you need to recover funds. You do stupid things, so you put your stop loss in stupid places. There it is, guys. There it is. Both trades got wrecked. I told you guys. You guys don't believe me when I say this. Okay. This might say bullish. It might have respected a fair value gap on the 4 hour. It might have inversed the fair value gap. There might be a massive SMT down here showing that it's going to go up. You might have 5 or 6 different confluences showing you that this is going to be a long trade. Okay? It's taken the London lows. All of this. You could have 5 or 6 different reasons why you think this trade's going to go up. And I will take this trade on both of them and get wrecked twice. Okay? All for you guys. Just remember, it's all for you guys. Okay? I told you guys that if I take a trade, what does it say here? If you do the opposite to me, you could win big. You guys don't believe me. You generally don't believe me. I've now just shown you. So if this dumps like a stone, I got in there. So if you did this, okay? Now, this is why you need to read between the lines, okay? So let's say you get into this, it pumps down, you get in there, okay? Stop above the highs there. And you say, I'm going down here now. Look at this, okay? Or even say you got in there, right? Look at this. You could have been at break even already. Okay, let's look at ES. Okay, ES stopped me out. So let's say you entered when I entered here for whatever reason. Let's say you entered there. Stop loss above the highs. And you say, I'm going down. Let me just explain to you the power of this, guys. You would be at break even right now. And look what happens. I do this for you guys. I literally put my accounts on the line for you guys. And I hope one day you guys will appreciate it. Almost 1 to 2. You're welcome. Whoever's looking live, whoever's watching live and took my advice, you are welcome. Guys just don't understand. This is what I'm trying to say to you. This is powerful stuff, guys. Powerful, powerful stuff. Until you learn to harness the power that I'm giving you, that I'm lending you, you guys can make a ton of money in the markets. Now, it's not always guaranteed. There will be a rare case from time to time where I am correct and you are wrong. There will be that time that comes. But this is, I literally said this before it happened. There's your 1:3. Bang, done. Okay. So let's say you put $150 on there. There's $400, $500 for you. Thank you. Well played. You're welcome. Okay. 1:2.5. Almost 1:3. There. Okay. You're welcome. Someone puts $1,000 on this, they've made $3,000 just by doing the opposite to what I've just said. You're welcome, guys. You are absolutely welcome. And if you are one of those people in the future that make 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 on profit off the opposite of me, so if I get in, you get in, and you make a bunch of money from it, send me some screenshots. I'm dying to know. I will create a whole brand around it. You have no idea, guys. This can be my brand. And then you guys can help me with accounts. You can help me with prop accounts, prop firm accounts. And because if I'm making you guys so much money, you guys can be like, okay, yeah, here's an account from Funded Next or whatever, and this can be your next one that you blow. Boom. Since I've just made you $2,000, $3,000, you know what I'm saying? Boom. If you did it exactly the same as me, yes, you got 1:3 long time ago. Let's do that. There. There. This is my new campaign, guys. And I told you before I did it, guys. Before I took the trade, I told you what was about to happen. I told you. Where did this go, guys? Let's revise exactly what I said. This went to the previous day low, which is right here. This white line. See how it just wicks it? Right. It's inverse there. Is it going to inverse here? Inverse there. And of course I've missed the push-up. Again, I'm telling you guys here what to do. If you read between the lines, read between the lines. I've literally just told you again. This is you. This is me. Read between the lines, guys. Don't make the same mistake twice. Zero 2 minutes. 0 3 minutes. This candle freaking screwed me. I was hoping it was going to close above that fair value gap there, so I could get in there, stop below there, and go like this. But where in my history of trading would that be a possibility? It had to close there, and the next candle had to close there. Like, what would make any sense for it to do what it just did? Remember, guys, if you've been paying attention, you know exactly, well, and you can read between the lines exactly what I've just done and said. I've just got in there, okay? And if you were listening for there to there, you made a ton of money here, okay? On this side, you made a ton of money there, right? So now, you can afford to take the risk of doing the opposite to what I've just done now. I don't want to have to be like, oh, it got up here and then it went all the way down here somewhere. And then I'll be like, you see, I literally told you when I get in, you need to do the opposite. I'm not going to force anyone to do that. I'm just going to say to you that your chances of winning are higher if you go the opposite way. That's literally all I'm saying. Still needs to close above this area. It could just respect this area and then do exactly what I said. Oh, I wish I got that close here. I wish if I had got that close there, which we all know that was never going to happen, but that close there to there. Almost 1:3 already. Oh, oh, the humanities. Oh, this would be 1:4. Yeah. That was the trade for me right there. But notice how I didn't get in, because a lot of times this will wreck you. This will wreck you right here. The fact that it did not close above. See how it closed inside? If it closed above, I would have been in this trade 100%. Not even thought about it. Gone, thank you very much. I'll take it. Why, you ask? Fantastic question, guys. I love these questions. Okay. Because it has taken the previous day low, right? It's taken this liquidity. There's a massive SMT, okay? And it inversed the only fair value gap available, which is a 1 minute. So yes, I would have been like this, and I was waiting for it. You all saw me waiting for it. This is exactly what I would have done, right there, all the way up. Okay? But because it's me, it closed inside and the next candle went like that. So I ended up a lot higher. Okay. But since I made you guys so much money by going in the opposite direction, see? See? I entered there, got wrecked. If you entered exactly where I entered over here, you made a 1:3. Actually, a 1:4, right? See? See what I'm saying, guys? See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You have to read between the lines, guys. Read between the lines. Just because I'm in a long doesn't mean you need to be in a long. In fact, it means that you need to, I won't say it out loud too much, do the opposite. And I'm getting out of that one because there's no ways I'm going to lose again. Just to prove a point. So you've already won this trade, okay? Let's say you already won this one. I get in here, guys. It comes up, sweeps liquidity, inverses. Guess where you need to go? Guess. Okay? Guess. Exactly. You need to go short. I'm giving you guys gold here. I'm giving you nuggets like you cannot believe. I would have been in and out of that trade already if I got the entry I was looking for. I would have been out already. Right? I would have taken my $450 to $500 like this. And I would have been 1:3. Bang, right there. and I would have been out already. But this is me we talking about, guys. This is me. You know? I'm here for you guys. I'm not here for me, because if I was here for me, then I would win these trades. Right? But I'm literally here for you guys. Up and down, sideways, crap. 10 o'clock didn't do anything news-wise. Da, 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 da. The community service that I provide you guys. The winning trades I give you by taking the losing ones. I tell you now, that's just the one, that's just the person of who I am. I literally give you guys gold. I give you the gold. I give you the source. I give you the sauce. I mean, it's just going sideways at this point, but from here to here, there's the inverse. I was looking at this. This is what actually convinced me with NASDAQ. Almost 1:3. This one we would have trailed our stop. So we would have probably got caught out 1:1 or 1.5 or something. So another winning trade would have happened. I'm going to get rid of the 4-hour fair value gap because we all know it's there and it has been taken. SMT there. Okay, so there's no longer an SMT. Let's see how you guys would have done if you had entered the same place I entered and put your stop loss above this fair value gap here on the 5 minute, I think it is. Yeah. Let's see how you guys would have done. Let's go there. At the very least, you should already be at break even on this trade. You got to this level. You maybe not. I don't know. But it looks like it's going to come hunt down the previous day low again. I'm literally providing you guys with gold. Yeah, that's typical, Khan. There's a big ghost right there. Normal story, bruh. Normal story. Normal story. Pulled it. Look what happens. Doesn't even hit my stop loss and respects the fair value gap and just goes. You can't even make this stuff up. You could, if I wrote a book and posted it on Amazon, people will actually think that I'm just lying. That it's like, nah, this guy must be trolling. So, look at it, right? Nasdaq, I gave you guys a winning trade right there. Because I went long, you go short, you win. I go long, break even. Either you go break even now because it's pushed down and up and it's already hitting your break even mark. So we'll take a draw there. So you guys are up for the day. You could have taken that one. You could have taken this one, right? So when I went long there, it went down and wrecked me. You guys could literally go short there when I go long. And you would have got your 1:3, almost 1:4. You're welcome. That's 2 trades. Gold. If you guys went short when I went long on gold, it's a tough one. Because you could have maybe gone break even because it pushed down here. Right? So maybe you went to break even, but some of you would have held it and got wrecked. So you're still up for the day if you did the opposite to me. Obviously. Let me guess, Khan. You put yours in and you made $1,000. You passed your account. It wouldn't surprise me in the least. Why, bruh? Like, I don't understand. Look at that. Boom, boom. Break, retest, go. That would have probably been right there, the best. Trade of the day right there. Break and retest. So you had multiple. Oh. Card, you gotta use your accounts at some point, bruh. You have to kind of use your accounts at some point. Even if you start losing like me, it is what it is, bruh. At least you're trying. I know you have. You've been trading by yourself for a while now. What do you mean? First you say I have, and then you say naught, no trades. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to get at. Completely fine, bro. I'm just doing my own thing, chilling and blowing accounts and sacrificing my accounts for my list, my watches. Because when I get a whole bunch of people in here, they can subscribe to the channel instead of me trying to pass accounts. I can make money through that instead. So if I sacrifice a bunch of accounts for people, then hopefully they'll appreciate that and follow the channel or subscribe to the channel. That's my master plan, bruh. Go through at least an account a week, and hopefully I can make more than that on subscribers. So that's my master plan. What do you think, bruh? What do you think? Do you think that's a good idea? Because then I can do more trades like this. Okay, so these would have been break evens. I'll only put the ones there that count. All sideways crap. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I miss the days we traded together, Khan. I miss those days, bruh. I genuinely do. I miss the days of us being in the charts together and trading and talking shit. Nostalgic. Maybe one day we can reminisce about it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Both long attempts for me have failed on Nasdaq and ES and gold. This would have been a what? If I closed it now, it would have been a 1.4. So this would have been a between $600 and $700 trade right there. This one would have been a $500 plus minus. So that's 1,100. Okay. If I just got in with the candle just above it. So that's 2. And ES inverse there would have been a 1:2.5. So if I'd done that and Aztec same time, that would have been a $300 trade. So 3 to 400. So let's say $400 trade. That's only about $1,500 for the day. Would have been a decent day. Maybe I'd have lost one other trade, like this Nasdaq trade here. I would have lost that one. So you're minus maybe 150 from that. So you're looking at 1,350. And let's say I lost one more. So that's 1,200. Not bad for the day, eh? Not bad at all. Very good day. Must admit, a very good day would have been. Wonder how many days like this we're going to have in a row, guys. Is tomorrow going to be this way as well? Let me get rid of this just for a second. Get rid of that. Put this fair value gap there. A2. Okay, there was your trade. So get rid of that. And let's take a bit of a screenshot. Like that. Save. And I can use that as my thumbnail. So I'll go on to Canva quickly. Upload file. Downloads. There. Okay, let's do this. Put this here. Damn, why doesn't it fit? Click YouTube. Allow. Download. Download. Now I've got my thumbnail. Yay. Very cool, very cool. Edit. Let's change the thumbnail. There you go. Alright guys, hopefully everyone's looking good. Everyone's doing good. Nas is just going sideways. Everything's going sideways. Gold was the trade of the day. I was in it, decided to get out of it, and look what happened. So the Sean curse is there. So we put the Sean ghost there because It's deserved. Because even if you were paying attention and you could have seen this here, hit the trend, broke the trend line, came down, tested it, the trend line, and then decided to pump. So you could have put your exactly there. You could have put it there. You could have put your long there. Stop loss here. And said thank you very much. 1:6. That would have been a 369. Probably a $900 trade, plus minus, if I caught that. But anyway, enough about that, because that would have to defy logic for that to happen, because it means that I would win a trade. Okay. I doubt we're gonna find anything else today, guys, because I've literally given you guys 2 winning trades. Okay. Here, I've given you 2 winning trades. If you're confused and you've just joined, what I mean, okay, is that from now on, maybe not always I'll have this attitude, but at least for now, if you read between the lines and you take the opposite trade to me, the odds and the likelihood of you winning that trade are quite high. Not always, it's not 100%, okay? And the odds of you copying me and doing exactly what I'm doing, the odds of you losing that trade is also quite high. So what I'm doing now is that I'm taking trades and I'm allowing you guys to do the opposite if you really want to. You don't have to. It's not like a set in stone strategy. But as you can see, this is where we entered. It inversed the fair value gap there. We entered because why not? Okay. It took London lows. There was an SMT inverse of the fair value gap. And we thought, at least come up here for liquidity. But no. It had other plans, because like I said before I even took the trade, that there's a very high chance, based on pattern recognition, based on years of experience on the charts, that it's going to come up and then come back down to take more liquidity, which is the previous day low. Okay, which is exactly what it did. So I'm even telling you guys what it's going to do. So if you learn to read between the lines, and I say out loud that there's a very high chance that we're coming to take the previous day low, we haven't done it yet, and then I decide up here to go long, even though I've just said that to you, then you guys need to read between the lines and go, didn't he just say that this is what's going to happen? But he's taking the trade up here. So what do I need to do? I need to do the opposites. And if you did the opposite, you would have made a 1:3, 1:4, depending on how big your stop loss is here. And you would have been like, oh, thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Here's a subscribe to your channel. Maybe here's a few gifted subs. I'll be like, oh, thank you very much. I'm always here for you. That's NASDAQ. You could have done the same thing on ES, right here. Why on earth would this go up again? Why? Okay. It's not like there's more liquidity up there. Of course there is. But why? There's previous day low down here. Right. There's liquidity here. So why would I enter into a trade here, you ask? I don't know. Why did a whole bunch of people around the world see this inverse here and go, I'm in? Maybe they would have been at break even because they would have taken it right there. You know, I took it further up. So that it took this high, so they would have been at break even. So they wouldn't have lost this trade. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't have lost the trade, because it did. But then you guys, again, would have read between the lines, because you guys are that clever and that smart. And you would have said, wow, guys, He's taking the same trade on ES that he just took on NASDAQ. But wait, there's previous day lows there. There's liquidity. There's a bunch of reasons why this is going to go down. So maybe I should take that short. So this is the service I'm providing you guys. So in the future, when I talk about a trade like this, guys, I need to make this very clear so that you guys understand. In the future, when I ramble about a trade and where it could potentially go based on pattern recognition and a whole bunch of things. So if you hear me speaking like that, and it's almost at that level, but then there's a small reversal and I decide to go the opposite direction, just know deep down in your hearts that I'm doing that for you. Because then I need you guys to read between the lines at that point. And I need you guys to be like, he's doing this for us. This is the whole thing. Okay? So I would lose here, which is typical, right? I would lose here. But look at the gains. Almost 1:4. Let's say you just do 1:3 there. Look at the gains. You guys would have entered and gone, look at this. Boom, 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 boom. 4 candles straight down. Retrace straight down. And you would have been 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5, 6, 7. Within 7 minutes, you would have been like, Sean's amazing. Thank you so much. 7 minutes, guys. Maybe 8 minutes. That's it. Less than 10 minutes. And you would have been done for the day. All you had to do was just do the opposite to what I'm doing. You would have been done for the day. You know what I'm saying? If you took 2 trades, NASDAQ and ES, and you did the opposite to what I did on both those, you'd be done for the day. You'd win 1:3, 1:4, and let's say you put $100 on one and $100 on another one, you'd be $300 up plus 400, so $700. You'd walk away with that day, and you'd be like, Sean's amazing. Are we all on the same page, guys? As long as we are all on the same page and we understand each other. So yeah. Well done if anybody did do this. Well done. It's not always going to work, guys. This is not a foolproof system. Sometimes the markets will trick even me. And they will say, here, we'll give you a win just to keep your confidence up. So it gives me a slither, a little, you know, the sides off the side of the plate, the little scraps off the side of the plate. It says, there you go. Here's a little bit of the side of the plate, okay, just to keep you here and keep you interested. So when it does that, unfortunately, you guys are going to hit a loss that time, okay? Unfortunately, you're not going to get the win. So make sure when that happens, you're at break even as soon as possible so that you're not losing any trades. Because that's the last thing I want is for you guys, my viewers, to lose. I will lose on your behalf. You guys can just take the W's. So yesterday, if you did this strategy yesterday, you made a ton of money. Right? You made a ton of money yesterday. You would have passed your account yesterday if you did this strategy. So I'm not saying this so that tomorrow you can do this, because you've now had 2 days in a row where if you did the opposite, you made a killing, okay? And I'm not going to say that the third day is going to be the same. But if you use pattern recognition in your head and you go based on history and you go based on everything you know and see regarding the streams, then I will leave you to come up with the conclusion yourself as to how you're going to do it moving forward. Because that's on you. You either do the strategy you've learnt or you take a chance on what I'm talking about here and just to see. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to be it for me, because this is literally a losing day again, right? There's not much happening here. We've missed all the good trades because it's us, okay, because it's me. So we've missed it, right? We got in, but got out. So naturally, we lost, okay? I want you guys to think about the strategy I'm talking about. Think about the opposite strategy, because that's what I'm going to call it, the opposite strategy. Okay? There's the inverse fair value gap strategy. There's the AMD strategy. There's our RCT strategy. There's trend line strategy. There's support and resistance strategy. And then there's the opposite strategy. I've just basically explained what the opposite strategy is. But another thing, guys, with the opposite strategy is that if, hypothetically, if there's no area here to enter, okay, what I mean is that if you look at it and you go, it's just consolidation where he entered, okay, because I entered on that first candle and then it just consolidated, then maybe wait for a small push to the downside before you get in. So instead of getting in there, get in like down here somewhere. You'll still make a 1:2.7. You know what I mean? So the opposite strategy, wait for a little bit of confirmation and then go for it. So when I'm in the red at about here, then go for it. Again, this is not me telling you guys what to do. I'm just suggesting a very lucrative strategy that is playing out in real time the last few days, including today. So you guys have a fantastic day. I'm going to leave you there. And I hope you guys have an amazing day going forward. And I'll see you guys very soon on the next stream.